screens glow, real news in the air. Welcome to the movie Lair. From Marvel to DC, every frame gets shared. Welcome to the movie Lair. No cap, no spin, just cinema flair. If it's film or TV, yeah, you know we there. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Yeah. Welcome to the movie Lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping it square. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Lights low, screens glow, real news in the air. Welcome to the movie Lair. From Marvel to DC, every frame gets shared. Welcome to the movie Lair. No cap, no spin, just cinema flair. If it's film or TV, yeah, you know we there. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping it square. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping it square. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Yeah. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Lights low, screen glow, real news in the air. Welcome to the movie Lair. From Marvel to DC, every frame each share. Welcome to the movie Lair. No cat, no spin, just cinema slayer. It's full TV, ain't no we air. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the Lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keep it this pueda. Welcome to the movie Lair.
What up, all y'all nerds and geeks out there in the geek land? Is this the big nerd week of the year? Comic-Con is rocking. I think they're having a good week this week. I think Comic-Con is going very well this week. Yeah. All right, we got Lawrence in the building. Lawrence said, happy Friday, people, good peeps. Sheem said, good evening, everyone. What up, Sheem? Nisha said, happy Friday, Tina and everybody. Yo, man, we got a lot to get into. Let me check my mic. We got a lot to get into. A lot. So we may have to start this thing early. And if the people ain't here, they just missing out because I can't be here till 1 o'clock in the morning with all the stuff we got to go through. Sheem said, I want to go to Comic-Con one year. You should go, Sheem. YOLO, you only live once. I am too old for those type of events. I can't do it. I saw a video today. People already outside lined up to get into Hall H tomorrow to see Marvel. I can't do it. Nope. I cannot do it. Y'all let me know if y'all heard that bomb drop. You know, we got to always check and make sure the sound effects working. Are my sound effects working? Let me know in the chat. Nathan says, I'm trying to watch 2 streams at the same time. Who else you watching, Nathan? Who is you watching? Who you watching, Nathan? Who? Lauren said they don't shower or brush their teeth at Comic-Con. Not my place. I can't go. I can't do it. Nope. I want to know what other stream Nathan watching. Talking about he got to split his time up. Who is it? Nathan? Because I guarantee you they ain't having fun over there like we have fun over here. I guarantee you whoever you're watching is not more entertaining than me. Sheem said them badges cost first month's rent. You're right, but look, Sheem, you got to plan it out, man. If you know you want to go next year, start putting like a little $25 to the side a month, then up it up to 50. You know, you can make it work. You can make it work. Now, I don't know where you live at, so you might have to fly. Now, them airline tickets ain't no joke, and then you got to have somewhere to stay. So, yeah, it can be, you know, once you start adding stuff up, you can start getting to thousands of dollars range. But now Nathan talking about he ain't going to tell me what other stream he watching. I bet they don't have fun on that other stream like we have fun over here. I bet that. Free Spirit in the building. What up, Free Spirit?
I remember the movie Lair's here. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? I remember the movie Lair's here. What up? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat.
Is my sound effects working? Did y'all hear that song? Or was I up here dancing like an idiot again and the sound effects ain't working? Y'all let me know. Is my sound effects working? Or did y'all just watch me dance like an idiot again like y'all did last week? Did the song play? Is the music playing? Lawrence said he probably watching John Roca. Listen, I like John. I be watching John too, but they don't be having fun over there on John channel. And if y'all want to know the real tea, John really want Jeff Snyder gone, but he don't want Jeff Snyder to leave because he kind of need, you know, Jeff Snyder be having the scoops. But you can tell John and Jeff be hitting and missing sometime. John and Jeff Snyder be hitting and missing sometime. John need Jeff because Jeff have the scoops, but John really want to get rid of Jeff ass. He want his ass gone. But he need him. He need him. See, I don't need nobody over here. We ain't got that problem. All I need is y'all. I don't have to worry about my co-star. We ain't got to worry about all that over here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to fight with no co-star. It's just me. You know? I kick his ass to the curb. And I like Jeff. Jeff be having the tea, but Jeff be aggravating sometimes. Let me stop. I ain't even supposed to be hating on nobody else. Shout out to them boys. I like them over there, man. And that's the good thing about YouTube, about TV, about movies, content creators. You know, everybody got their own little thing. You know, I like what they got going over there, but they don't have fun like we do over here. I guarantee you that. Lauren said Tina got the tea and the scoops. I ain't saying I ain't. No, y'all know I do not claim to be a scooper. That is not my claim to fame. My claim to fame is, you know, we just gonna have fun over here. We laugh, we joke, we pick at each other, we argue, we fight. I threaten to kick S. Jaddix out the chat every week, but we still come back and we here. You know, we a family over there. You ain't no family over there with them. You an outsider. You family here. Oh man! All right, let's get this thing going. Let's get this thing rocking. I'm not gonna take up too much of y'all time. We already 8 minutes in. Let's get that thing rocking, rolling. But yeah, man, it is a good week for Comic-Con. Good week. I've been seeing some good stuff going on, man. That's fun. But I can't be standing outside in no line. Lauren said, I be knowing someone's sister, cousin, hairstylist. I really do. Look, I'm going to know somebody who knows somebody, or I'm going to know that person. I'm going to know somebody involved somewhere with something. Look, I'm just a little small YouTuber, little Twitter person, but I was the first one who told y'all that Damson Idris was going to play Prince Sinan in Children of Blood and Won't, right? Then the Hollywood Reporter announced it, you know what I'm saying? Somebody got that from reliable source. But we're going to talk about Damson later. We're going to talk about our nephew Damson later. You know, we got to talk about Damson every week over here. But yeah, let's get into it, man. Let's don't waste no time. Once again, I appreciate y'all for coming to hang out with me on this Good Friday. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling. Let me get my little script pulled up here. Hopefully I won't hit the mute button and go on mute this week. Y'all know I'll mess some shit up. All right, y'all. What up, y'all? Tina here with the movie Lair, and we are working on episode 25. Who would have thought? I'm 25 episodes in. I never even wanted to ever go live, and here I am, 25 episodes in. But this week is going to be a heavy comic book news week. We got a ton from DC. We got a ton from Marvel. And y'all know how we do at the beginning of the show. We're going to talk about some general movie news and TV shows. And then at the end, we'll get into the comic book stuff. But let's get this thing rocking and rolling. Let's get that thing rocking and rolling. Nisha talking about Tina do be knowing somebody who knows somebody. I do. If you know what I'm saying? If it's on a black set, if it's a black set, whoever I need to know is only 1 or 2 calls away. I know somebody who gonna know something. Now, I don't like to run my plugs out now, so I don't like to call people frequently. But if it's something I really need to know, I'll be like, hey, have you heard anything? But Latoya Nicole, the face slayer. Girl say she be slaying the face. I'm just gonna assume you do makeup. What up, Latoya? I ain't seen you in a while in here, but I appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate it. All right, man. Let's get into the first topic here. All right. So for everybody, look. You know our good brothers Chill and Marcus, they always talking about positive representation in theater, in the movie. I don't never see them reporting on some of these positive movies and TV show stories, okay? Next time y'all see them, say Tina was shading y'all the other night because she don't never see y'all reporting on some of these positive movies and TV shows that are in the works or coming out, okay? Let's talk about this. So we got a new movie coming out called The Julia Set, and it's a coming-of-age drama starring Chase Infinity. She's going to be a young math prodigy named Julia. Chloe Bailey is in this movie as well, so is Gillian Anderson, plus a lot more. Y'all know Gillian. She was the lead over there in X-Files. So what the movie is about is Chase Infinity's character is basically, she's trying to survive the super competitive world of academia, and if y'all are nerds, or if you've been in the high challenge world of getting like A's and, being on the Superior Honor Roll and all that, it can be stressful. Your parents be stressing you out. So that's the character that Chase Infinity is. And they said things really kick off when the teaching assistant recruits her and trains her to be a part of the Putnam Mathematics competition, which is apparently one of the hardest math competitions in the world. So yeah, this is going to be a movie about a mathematician, smart young mathematician. Now, I ain't going to lie. Me and math don't get along, which is crazy because I work in finance. I shouldn't be saying that out loud. But anyway, I do like stories about people like chasing greatness, especially when, you have to see the pressure that comes with being the best, man. And that can be in sports. That can be in academics. There's always that journey that I like to see of someone getting to a goal. So I'm definitely interested to see what happens with this. Chase Infinity, she's been in a couple movies and TV shows since One Battle After Another. I definitely thought she was the best part. I definitely thought Chase Infinity was the best actor in One Battle After Another besides Sean Penn. Chase Infinity did great. But yeah, man, this is a movie about a gifted young person with extreme pressure on her shoulders to win and compete in this highly competitive math competition. So this will be premiering at TIFF pretty soon. I'll keep an eye on it and see if anyone picks it up. Nisha says, is that the girl who plays the spinoff of The Handmaid's Tales? That is her, Chase Infinity. Sheem said, I was a C+ student. Shout out to the C+ students out there, because you probably had to work hard for that C+. At least it ain't no D. At least you ain't an F. You a C+. You did the best that you could do, Sheem. That's all that we can ask. Lauren said, they said light skins only with this cast. Oh. I didn't say it. You said it, Lawrence. Hey. I didn't cast the people. Next up. All right. So, Courtney Kemp Courtney Kemp. If y'all don't know who Courtney is, she is the creator. Well, I don't want to say creator. She was the leader of the Power Universe over there on Stars. But she is the creator of the Netflix breakout show Nemesis. And guess what? Guess what? Courtney is leaving. Courtney will not be working on season 2 of Courtney will not be working on season 2 of Nemesis. And I ain't even gonna flex y'all. I didn't watch Nemesis. You know, I had a lot going on. I didn't watch it. But streaming wise, it made the Nielsen rankings. It was a big show. It was huge on Netflix. And the creator, Courtney Kemp, she's stepping away from the project. Yeah. And she's stepping away because she said, I'm moving on to more bigger and better things. She's going to work with Apple. Yes. Courtney is going to work with Apple, but her fiance and co-creator will stay behind to help keep the project going. They said Courtney's still going to be the executive producer of the series, but they are looking for a showrunner. They need somebody to come in and take her place. And I'm sure the people over at Netflix is very mad. I'm pretty sure they are pissed off because they just renewed the show. And after they renewed the show, she's like, yeah, I'm leaving. Yeah, them people at Netflix is probably a little hot about that. I'm renewing the show because the show is good, but also because you're the creator of the show. I would like for the creator to stay around. And Courtney's like, no, I'm leaving. So what happened was back in 2021, Courtney signed a deal with Netflix. And as the deal was expiring, Apple came in and said, hey, yo, we need content creators over here on Apple Plus. Come party with us. We got a check. And she said, yep, I'm going. Because she signed an exclusive deal with Apple. So when they sign these exclusive deals, they can't be working with other companies. You know what I'm saying? That's why exclusive deals can be bad. But usually exclusive deals are very lucrative. Okay. So since she signed that deal with Apple, she can't work on this show anymore. She has to step away and she needs to find someone to replace her. Well, even she can't find someone to replace her. Netflix has to go find someone to replace her. And Apple says, drop Netflix, come over here, get to work, start cooking up some shows for us over here. So, yeah, man, Courtney Kemp is leaving. Yeah. The Nemesis team needs to go and find a new leader quickly because they just got renewed for season 2. Hopefully it still maintains the same quality of a story that made it successful. Now we got to see what she's going to cook up over there with Apple. Man, shout out to Courtney. Courtney did good with Power over on Stars. Then she went to Netflix. She got Nemesis. What's she going to be cooking up over there on Apple? We shall see. But yeah, they got to find a new leader. Free Spirit says C's get degrees. For sure. They do. That's her. That's a C. As long as you ain't going to be like no doctor. Stuff like that. C's get degrees. Oh. Free Spirit talking about they can get Bo DeMayo. Boy. To get Bo DeMayo. Oh gosh. I can't see Bo DeMayo. You know what? Let me not judge my brother Bo. Bo might can get into his gangster bag. Bo might go, yay. Let me not judge Bo. Yeah. Bo might have done rolled around with a couple hood niggas in his time. Okay, Bo might got it. But yeah, man, Courtney is leaving Power. Not Power, I'm sorry, Nemesis. Moving right along. Let's talk about Teyana Taylor. All right. So we got news on Teyana Taylor's new movie, Get Light. The release date has been pushed to August 20th of 2027 next year. Now, when I was at when I was at CinemaCon, it was announced that this movie was supposed to come out spring of next year. Looks like they're pushing it off a couple months. This movie is going to star Storm Reed as a sheltered dance student who finds family, love, and purpose in the New York City subways dance scene. They be dancing in the subways in New York? I ain't never been in New York. Well, let me take that back. I have not did a vacation in New York for an extended period of time to really explore the city like I should. I've been up there for work before, never like for vacation. They be dancing in the subways. Is that a real thing? If you're a New Yorker, let me know. But yeah, what I'll say is, man, I like Teyana Taylor as far as, you know what? I don't think people really realize what Teyana Taylor has been doing over these past couple years. Even when she got, what was it, Icon of the Year at the BET Awards. Maybe they shouldn't have used the word icon, but Teyana Taylor has been involved with so much stuff, a lot of things behind the scenes. She has choreographed videos for people. She's directed videos for people. She's done people's sets at, why am I going blank? This is what happened when I don't follow the script. Coachella. She's done people's sets at Coachella. She's done people's whole tours. I think she did NBA YoungBoy's whole tour. So Teyana Taylor, especially 2025, 2024, was on a tear behind the scenes of just doing things in that creative space. And I think we as Black people have this, let me see, I don't want to make it racial. People have to find a fine line of, when I'm doing things behind the scene, I'm just going to be humble and not talk about it. But when you be humble, sometimes people don't think you're doing shit. So when Teyana Taylor got the Icon of the Year award at BET, everybody was like, what? What's she getting for? What's she be doing? Teyana be working. Teyana be getting into some stuff. And sometimes you just don't need to be humble. Sometimes you need to come out and just say, this is what I've been doing. This is this. So people won't question your resume. You know what I'm saying? Teyana Taylor has not been very forthcoming with a lot of the things that she does. Therefore, people feel like, I've even seen people say stuff like, oh, she slept with the white man in one battle after another, and now they're giving her a movie. Like, Teyana Taylor has been working her butt off these past couple years. So, I hope this movie is good. Because she is really good at doing music videos, doing concerts, putting sets together. So if she has a decent enough budget, I think this is pretty good. It makes you feel like those dance movies from back in the day. Remember we had like Breakin', You Got Served, Save the Last Dance, Step Up, all them. This is what it sounds like. It's going to be like that type of film. And right now, Teyana is holding an open casting call in Harlem, and she's looking for the best light feet dancers, dance crews, street dancers, tumblers, acrobats, anybody with specialty. She wants y'all to come out and audition to be in this movie. And she literally said, this is one for the culture. And, I actually love seeing stuff like this. I like when people go out and they go get real people, real dancers, that they're not just hiring actors and teaching them choreography. Go in the streets and get the people and bring them in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to the movie. I don't know if it's going to be good or not, because we haven't had a really good dance movie in a long, long time. These movies have not been working in present day. They were really big back in the day. And, this is a Paramount film. So good luck to everybody involved. Hopefully this is good. Yeah, man. Good luck to Teyana. Lauren says she basically did what Halle Berry for that award, but they passed on her. I don't know, man. Sheem says, what is CinemaCon? So CinemaCon is a convention, and it's mostly geared towards movie theater owners. So CinemaCon is where a lot of the movie companies, Universal, Sony, MGM, Paramount, all of the movie companies come, and they're in Vegas for like a week, and they're just presenting like their slates, their new movies. There's also companies there that can sell things to movie theaters. So you have people who sell popcorn machines. You have people who sell movie theater chairs. So it's a big convention that's mostly geared towards the movie theater owners, versus like Comic-Con. Comic-Con is mostly geared towards like comic book fans, movie fans of comic book movies. It's more so geared towards like everyday people can come, versus CinemaCon is really supposed to be like a business type convention where you're trying to engage and activate the movie theater owners. So that's what CinemaCon is. Torian said Get Light was a dance technique back in the early 2000s. I know I used to see a lot of New Yorkers get light during my undergrad years. I need to look it up. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Nisha says, yes, she really has been having a big couple years, and I agree. Maybe not icon yet, but she really has grown on these past couple years. She has. Lauren said, people just hating. Nathan said, them auditions about to be crowded. That's dope, though, man. That's dope. I love to see it. I'm a big fan of like dance. Oh man, y'all, I used to play breaking so much. I think I popped the VHS tape. Lauren said, can Storm Reed dance? Let's see. Storm Reed. Let's see if she has a background in theater or anything like that. Storm from Atlanta. She can dance. She from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Even if you can't dance, you can dance if you from Atlanta. I didn't know she was from the A. She from the A. All right, let's look at her wiki. See if she has any dance backgrounds. Nothing sticking out as of right now, but I don't know. Maybe she's not the dancer. Wait, no, it did say she was the dancer. Hold on. Storm Reed is a sheltered dance student. Yeah. Child, she can learn. Get your little 1-2 in. Nathan said Teyana Taylor should have won an Oscar for 1001. What is 1001? Oh, okay. I do remember this movie. It just wasn't clicking. I thought you was misspelling one battle after another. Yeah. Yeah, she did good in that movie too. Yep. I know what you're talking about. That slipped my mind. Yep. All right. Get Light. Teyana Taylor. We'll be getting it next. Is that summer or fall? I don't know if August is considered summer or fall. But yeah, we'll be getting it next summer. I'm going to check it out. All right. What we got? Snoop Dogg, Universal. All right. So Universal Pictures is releasing the Snoop Dogg biopic called Snoop. Coming out August 6th of 2027. When is the Teyana Taylor movie coming out? August 20th. Okay, so it's a week or two in between these. So yeah, the Snoop Dogg movie is coming out next summer, and per the article, it says this movie follows the rise of the artist, mogul, and gangsta rap icon that we know as Snoop Dogg. Universal, y'all, is the same company that did Michael, Straight Outta Compton, and 8 Mile. So, you know, they're pretty good with these biopics. I love Straight Outta Compton for real. I liked all of those movies for the most part. You know what I'm saying? To me, 8 Mile did not age well. But, you know, we like Michael. We like Straight Outta Compton. I'm sure this Snoop movie will be solid. Now, there's been no other cast announcements at this point, so we'll just have to keep following the movie. But let me tell y'all something. Snoop Dogg has lived a life. This movie should be interesting. I'm interested to see what they cover in this movie. Like, I want to see him involved with Death Row. I want to see him and his wife meeting as high school sweethearts. I want to see the murder trial. Maybe y'all don't know. Snoop Dogg was on trial for murder. Snoop Dogg was a porn director at one point. I don't know if I want to see that, but he done lived a goddamn life. Snoop has lived a life. I'm interested to see what this story is going to be about. Now I am very conflicted about our good Uncle Snoop. I want to see this movie because of me just being a fan of hip hop, growing up during that era. I want to see it. I want to see the Snoop Dogg story. Now, I did fall out with Snoop. I fell out with him because he was getting a little too cozy with Trump and his people. You know what I'm saying? And if I remember correctly, he was trying to get his homeboy a pardon. That's why he was so cozy with him. But I'm still, side-eyeing you a little bit, Snoop. A little cozy over there. A little cozy. But I'll be there, y'all. I will be there. I will be there watching the Snoop movie, even though I'm side-eyeing him a little bit. Torian says Snoop's relationship with Martha Stewart. Yes. They genuinely seem like they friends. Like, I do believe that Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart be talking on the phone. I really do. Dan the Man said, I know a cat in my acting class that would make a great Snoop. They already got Snoop cast though. And he's short. That was my thing. They brought the actor out who's playing Snoop at CinemaCon, and Snoop is like 6'2", 6'3". This guy is like 5'10". But you know what? I'm not going to judge him based off of his height. He came out and he was dancing and he was sea walking. I said, oh, look at little Snoop Jr. Look. And then Snoop comes out and their height is like this. I'm like, oh, he's short compared to Snoop. But I think he's going to be a good job. I think he's going to do a good job. Lauren said they should have got Jonathan Davis. He looks a little like him. What's the actor's name playing Snoop? It is Jonathan Davis. That is it. That's why you were throwing me off, Lawrence. I'm like, I think it is Jonathan Davis. Jonathan Davis is the guy playing Snoop. I mean, they should have used his son. His son might can't act. We don't know if his son could act. We don't know about that. All right. What we got? What's the next topic? Queen of the Damned. So, like I said earlier, this week of Comic-Con and its announcements have been everywhere. So AMC has announced that season 4 of Interview with the Vampire will be Queen of the Damned, starring Sheila Ateem. And y'all know I'm excited. This is what I've been waiting for. After season 4, I might stop watching the show because I've just made it this far to get the Queen of the Damned. I'm not going to talk a lot about it because, of course, I'll do a much longer video on my page on the news. But if y'all don't know, Akasha is the character that the late, great Aaliyah played in the Queen of the Damned movie. It's been 22 years, and she's finally being recast with Sheila Ateem. And, I think she's going to do a dope job. When they first announced that Sheila Ateem was going to be Akasha, I was completely on board. I was down for this casting. I think you never go wrong when you get someone from theater. And to think, y'all, Sheila Ateem was already in the MCU. She was in the Marvel universe. And they had this super talented woman. They gave her a little small part, and then they just killed her off. Marvel had that amount of talent sitting there and just gave her 5 minutes and just killed her. Marvel be tripping sometimes. Marvel sometimes don't see the talent that they got. Sometimes Marvel just be letting people go to waste. Like they did Mahershala Ali. We'll talk about that later. How you have these talented people in the tuck and you just kill her off. But maybe good things happened for a reason. Maybe it was meant for her to get killed off, so now she can be the Queen of the Damned. She's the Queen of the Damned. But now she's leading her own series. She's going to be the mother of all vampires, and this is the basis of the story. Akasha is the world's first vampire. She's 6,000 years old. She was the queen of Egypt before she became a vampire. So when she turned into a vampire, she hunted and she killed for like 2,000 years. Then she got bored being a vampire. So she just sat there and she stopped moving. And then she eventually turned to stone because she was just bored. I don't want to kill people anymore. I don't want to fight. I don't want to talk. Can you imagine living for 2,000 years? You would probably get tired of doing shit too. So she lived for like 2,000 years. And then she just sat down one day and she just stopped moving. And when she stopped moving, she turned into stone. But she was still alive. She just was so unanimated. She was just sitting there that she turned into stone. But the whole time she's sitting there, or laying there, because in the TV show they have her laying down. She's hearing all the things that men are doing. Okay, y'all men. I know I got a large men audience. Y'all men. She was hearing all the stuff that men was doing. Starting wars, stealing, robbing, raping men, women, children alike. Men just being ratchet. And she wakes up one day and says, I'm tired of this. Men are the problem. Sick of men. I'm sick of them. I've been sitting here all these years and I'm sick of their ass. She says, I am the answer to this problem. I am the answer, and I choose to get rid of 90% of men. Y'all gotta go. Get the hell on. Men, vampires, human men, boys, all of them. 90% of y'all gotta go. We only need to keep around like 10% of y'all to stay around and procreate the earth. And the 10% that lives, y'all gonna be slaves. That was her politic. That was her thought process. That's what she wanted to do. She wants to be queen. She wants people to bend the knee. And don't get me wrong, even though she hates men, she'll kill women too. She don't care. She will kill you. She will clean up shop if you start questioning what she doing. If she don't like the way you talking, she don't like the way you looking, she'll kill women too. So that's her story. That is the story of Akasha. She wakes up and she wants to get rid of 90% of men, and all the other vampires is like, oh, hell no. You know it's bad when other vampires is like, oh, hell no. Like, we like killing, but we don't want to kill like that. Like, she want to kill everybody. All the other vampires is like, hell no, this bitch crazy. The other vampires feels like she's extreme. She's crazy. She's a lunatic, a misandrist. She got to go. So all the other vampires come up with a scheme. Like what they said, it was the scheme that Todd set up. All the vampires come together and was like, we got to kill her. She's out of control. She's doing too much. So yeah, Sheila Ateem is going to be the Queen of the Damned. And they dropped a little teaser trailer. Let's take a look at that trailer here. Hold on.
You who have called to me, not knowing my name. You with your dresses stained, your faces down in the mud. I have heard you. And I say this to you now, do not let them shape you into the size of their cage. Women, get up out of the ditches where they have thrown you and come with me now to where the men are gathered. And do what you have longed to do. Kill them all.
Child, she crazy. Torian said, I think if Tina had a dog, she would name her Akasha. Let me make myself clear. I love men. I'm a lesbian, but I love men. I love y'all. I love fellas. I love the fellas. I love men. So I don't agree with her politic. I got brothers, I got nephews, I got that. I love men. I don't want all men to go. I think what's so fascinating about her character is, let's be honest, a lot of people didn't know about Akasha until, Aaliyah played the role. So you already have the lore of Aaliyah playing the role and bringing this character alive, and it made the character fascinating. But before Aaliyah ever even played the role, I think the reason why I personally like Akasha is it's so rare that women get to be villains, especially back during the time frames when she's writing this story. Women just could not be villains. Women, especially in media, that is why I like people like Hela. I like Cersei Lannister from Game of Thrones. I like to see women as villains, especially white women. I love to see a white woman as a villain because in media, white women have always been portrayed as, the stay-at-home mom. She's just a good supportive wife. And let's be honest, that's not how all women operate. women can be evil. Women can be mean. So Akasha was originally a Middle Eastern woman in the books. Then Aaliyah, of course, played the role. And when Aaliyah took the role over, Anne Rice was like, hey, you know what? I really want a black woman to continue playing this role because she's this ancient, strong, powerful vampire from Egypt. Yes, let a black woman play this role. So I just want to make it clear. I do not believe in killing all men. I just like to see women as villains. And black women rarely get to play the villain. You know, we rarely get to do it. And I think black women should have the freedom to fully explore rage and anger in cinema. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't agree with her politic. I like to see women as villains. I like to see women as villains. Andre, don't come in here playing. Okay? Don't your bald head. Don't come in here playing with me. Me and Andre got into it on Twitter the other day because he got his bald-headed ass on the internet talking about why they got Shuri looking so masculine now. Go to hell. That's something you say in this chat, Andre. You don't say that out in the public amongst other people. You don't ever get on Beyonce's internet and say a dark-skinned black woman is masculine just for being. Shuri was just standing there. He thought they got Shuri looking masculine. Go to hell, Andre. Your bald-headed ass. We got a dark-skinned black woman that we're talking about right now. Dark-skinned black women have been dealing with being called masculine for years. Don't do that. Do not get on Beyonce's internet talking about Shuri looks masculine and all she was doing was just there. I could see if Shuri was flexing and knocking niggas in the head. I'd be like, oh, she is kind of masculine, but she was just there. She was just there. And Andre's like, why they got Shuri looking all masculine? They really want her to be the Black Panther. Go to hell. I should kick your ass out, but I'm not because I love you. You know, see, we can disagree and still be family. I should kick his bald-headed ass out. I should block him, but I'm not because this is a teachable moment. You better not never get on Beyonce's internet and say a dark-skinned black woman is looking masculine just for existing. She ain't even do nothing. Free Spirit said the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. You too bald-headed to be talking about anybody. You Mr. Clean, shiny head ass. You don't shut your shiny head ass up. But nah, man, we gonna talk about some Black Panther news later. Oh, but yeah, man, that was my whole diatribe on why I like Akasha. I think women should have the freedom and the ability to be villains. Yes. Lawrence said, now that 2 black women played her, they can't yell race swap. Oh, that's chill. That's chill's politic. They're going to race swap one time, then go back. And I still never understand that. Who cares if they go back? You know what I'm saying? Nisha says, well, it definitely has my attention, but all that killing, though, I don't know about all that. All that not going to work for me. Nisha, you cannot be watching a TV show about vampires and talking about you don't need to see killing. That's all they do. Lawrence Carter say, I'm living for it and got my Akasha shirt, too. Okay, Lawrence, which Akasha shirt you got? Oh, y'all, I got a new Akasha shirt that I made. Let me show y'all my new Akasha shirt. Hold on. And then we're going to move on to comic book news. Hold on. Let me show y'all my new Akasha shirt. It just came. Hold on. Y'all know the last time I did it, it knocked the whole damn computer out. Last time I went to grab a t-shirt. Let's see. Let me show y'all my shirt. For y'all that watch The Vampire Lestat, y'all know every damn episode he talking about I got the blood of Akasha in me, so I made a shirt that says I have the blood of Akasha in me. I love this shirt. It just came in today. It's dope. It's dope. All right, man. We gonna move on. Free Spirit said, I still want T'Challa as Black Panther. We should be getting close. Sheem said, which show is better, Witches of Mayfair or Interview with the Vampire? Interview with the Vampire, by far. What Dan the Man said, come on now, how is Tina still on this vampire jazz? Change the channel. Do you want to get blocked, Dan the Man? Do you and Andre Ware want to get blocked? We are a full vampire supporting channel over here. You know, how you come on my channel talking about I'm talking about vampires? I'm still talking about vampires. Yeah. I covered the whole season. I've covered every season. Why wouldn't I be talking about the Queen? Why would I not be talking about the mother of all vampires? Of course I am. What is he talking about, Dan the Man? Lauren said Mayfair was not close to the books. Nathan said Mayfair Witches is horrible. Free Spirit said the blood of Jesus in me. You can have a little bit of both. You can have a little bit of both, a little bit of blood of Jesus, a little bit of blood of Akasha. Okay, what's next? Okay. They need to get Tina a cameo in Queen of the Damned. I don't know what I would be doing. I don't think I would be a great actor at all. I don't think that would be my forte. I could be a YouTuber. Yeah, they could put me in there as a YouTuber covering the events. Like, y'all, I was at the club the other night and this vampire came in and killed all the goddamn men. Yeah, they can put me on as like a YouTuber. Sheem said, we got all these vampire shows, but no Blade. Sheem, I think that's just proof that they just really don't want to do Blade. It's so easy to do a vampire show or movie. They're just humans with fangs. You don't need a lot of special effects. They're literally just humans with fangs. Why you can't make no vampire movie? Like, Marvel just don't want to do Blade because we finna have Queen of the Damned out before the goddamn Blade movie. Free Spirit said, would you want to be a vampire? If I had to be any creature, it definitely would be a vampire. You know why? 9 out of 10 times, vampires be fly. They got money. They look good. They stay up all night. They can party. I think that would be a pretty good life. I don't want to be a werewolf. I don't want to be hairy. They hairy. I don't want to be no ghost. I don't want to be no goblin. I like witches, but I don't think I would want to be a witch. I want to be a vampire. Yep. I want to be a vampire. They live forever. You know, just got to stay out of the sun until you learn how to be a day walker. Definitely want to be a vampire. All right, y'all. We done talked enough about vampires. Obviously, Dan the Man don't like us talking about vampires because he just won't talk about Marvel. He just want to talk about Marvel and DC. You should have just came in an hour into the show. You know that's when we get into it. Culture May said, Tina, you want to party all night? I can't do it. I went to the club a month ago. I was ready to go 30 minutes in. I said, I can't believe I used to party like this. I was ready to go. Lauren said they set shit on fire like Louis. That's it. You just need a little pyrotechnics. Like, come on. Like, it don't take a lot to make a Blade movie. What we doing? What we talking about? They just ain't want to do it. All right, y'all. 3-minute break. Get my water. Then we're going to get into Marvel and DC. And then hopefully I can get y'all out here by 11:30. Hopefully won't be here until midnight. Commercial break.
Commercial break with the movie Lair. Grab some water and some snacks. Meet back here. Commercial break with the movie Lair. We cover rumors and movies, all that here. Commercial break with the movie Lair. Grab some snacks and pull up a chair. Commercial break with the movie Lair. Wakanda the Gotham, we talking all that here. Commercial break with the movie Lair.
break with the movie Lair. We cover rumors and movies all day. Commercial break with the movie Lair. Grab some snacks and pull up a chair. Commercial break with the movie Lair. Movie Lair. From Wakanda to Gotham, we talking all day. Commercial break with the movie Lair. Movie Lair. Movie Lair. Commercial break with the movie Lair. Grab some snacks and pull up a chair. Commercial break with the movie Lair. Movie Lair. From Wakanda to Gotham, we talking all day. Commercial break with the movie Lair. Movie Lair. Movie Lair.
Commercial break with the movie Lair. Grab some water and some snacks. Meet back here. Commercial break with the movie Lair. We cover rumors and movies, all that here. Commercial break with the movie Lair. From Wakanda to Gotham, we cover all that here. Commercial break with the movie. Grab some popcorn and snacks. Pull up a chair. Commercial break with the movie Lair. The movie Lair. Cover rumors and movies, all that here. We cover rumors and movies, all that here. Commercial break with the movie Lair. Movie Lair. From Wakanda to Gotham, we talking all that here. Commercial break with the movie Lair. The movie Lair. The movie Lair. They for chillin' on commercial break with a movie Lair. We're about to start right now. Get back here. They for chillin' on commercial break with a movie Lair. With a movie Lair. With a movie Lair. They for chillin' on commercial break with a movie Lair. With a movie Lair. Movie Lair. They for chillin' on commercial break. Get back here. Get back here. Put it back here. We're about to start here. Start here. Start here. We're about to start here. Start here. Start here.
Okay. I'm back. All right, let's jump right into DC. Let's talk about Clayface. Y'all. I like the Clayface trailer. It looked great to me. It looks amazing. All right, let's talk about Clayface. Listen, Clayface looks dope. It's my type of fun. And this movie feels like, I don't know if y'all have seen the trailer or not, and I can't play the trailer because I don't want to get hit with a strike. But this feels like a Matt Reeves project. This does not feel like a James Gunn DCU project, but I really, really like the Clayface trailer. It is dope. How y'all feeling about Clayface? Y'all in, y'all out, y'all just don't really know? I like it. And just like I was saying, since this movie was announced, I kept telling y'all, like, they're not going to treat this like a DC movie. I mean like a DC movie. They're going to treat this just like the Penguin. They're not going to market this like a Batman villain, a DC movie. Penguin was not marketed towards like comic book fans. That TV show was targeted at people that like the mob and mafia, the general population who don't really know about Penguin. They marketed the Penguin that way. Mob, mafia, crime, violence. And it's the same way with Clayface. They're not marketing Clayface like this is a Batman villain, this is a DC project. Most people don't even know nothing about goddamn Clayface. Except it's this cartoon character that shows up in Batman cartoons, if you watch the Batman cartoons. So they're able to make this movie be whatever they want it to be. And that's why they're kind of changing the origin story a little bit. But before we get into the article about Clayface, Naomi Aki, She's an amazing actress. Like, she was great in I Love Boosters. If y'all watch Blink Twice, she was in it. Now, I didn't watch the Whitney movie. I might need to put that on my watch list. I don't know how she did in the Whitney movie, but Naomi Aki is a great actress. I am really starting to like her a lot. She is dope for real. But let me pull this article up. Let's see. Let's talk about Clayface. All right, so this information is coming from the interview over at Entertainment Weekly, and surprisingly, James Gunn was not involved. Where was he at? Why he ain't talking? He love to talk a lot. Why he ain't talking about this one? So Peter Safran said, listen, we're not telling a villain story. This is a movie about somebody experiencing a psychological unraveling, and psychological unravelings can be physical, they can be mental, and Clayface is going to tackle all of that. Peter Safran confirms that the events of Clayface predate Creature Commandos in the canon, and that the Clayface we meet in the HBO series is the same Clayface in this movie, which it don't really feel like it. Peter Safran is like, yep, it's the same Clayface. The director is like, this Clayface is not necessarily based on that cartoon. This Clayface is the Clayface I came up with. Okay, so you got two people saying two different things, and based off of what I've seen in the trailer, this Clayface doesn't feel like the Clayface in Creature Commandos, but child, they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. Peter Safran also talked about how they saw hundreds of actors for this role, and that they were definitely not looking for a star. They were just trying to find the best man for the job. The director, James Watkins, says this film is about Clayface, and he said they're going to be some little Easter eggs about Gotham and Batman and the universe. He said, but don't read too much into it, okay? He said, it don't mean nothing if I'm putting these little Easter eggs in there. This is just something for the comic book fans. He also said there's going to be references to other horror movies like The Fly, Frankenstein, Invisible Man, House of Wax, etc., etc. Then they interviewed Matt Reeves, and Matt Reeves said he came onto the project as a producer because he thought the idea of a Clayface origin story was interesting to him because it's a tragic character journey wrapped up in body horror. So when my good brother Blue gets to giving James Gunn a lot of credit for this, if this takes off, we got to give Matt Reeves credit. This is a Matt Reeves production. Yo, this feels like a Matt Reeves production. Like, this feels like the Batman, the Penguin, Clayface. It feels like they're all a part of the same universe. But this Clayface movie is actually taking place in the James Gunn universe. So we just got to see how this performs and see if James Gunn will ever pick a Batman. And then maybe we can see how all this works together. Because right now, this does not feel like Gunn. It feels like Reeves. And that's what's so confusing about this universe. They gotta get it together, man. They gotta figure all of this stuff out. But here's a synopsis of the movie. The Matt Hagen of Clayface is a star on the rise in Gotham City. Matt clawed himself out of a violent, impoverished upbringing in the narrow city of Gotham. Say Matt was from the hood. They said right as he got on the cusp of true stardom, he sleeps with the girlfriend of a local mob boss who later carves up his face in retribution. Damn, you know you can't sleep with the bosses. That is the number one rule. You can't sleep with the boss's wife. You can't sleep with the boss's girlfriend. And if you didn't know that she was involved with the mob, you should have asked some more goddamn questions. See, man, this is why y'all got to pay attention when y'all meet these women. It's always signs. It always be signs. He done slept with the wrong woman, and now the mob done came and cut his goddamn face up. Cut him up. Now he's mutilated and desperate to reclaim his life, and he comes in contact with a scientist by the name of Dr. Caitlin, played by Naomi Aki, and she has this miracle serum. And at first, it looks like it's going to work. This is to be an instant gratification fix of his face. He doesn't have to go to plastic surgery. She injects the stuff in his face. He starts to bubble, and then his face cleans out. He's perfect. He's good. But throughout the movie, he starts experiencing side effects, and that's when he turns into Clayface. So That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. The article says we meet Matt at a real turning point in his career. Very quickly, his life takes a turn. And that's the horror in it all. How far would you go to reclaim the life that you built? So this is a very, very long article. I'm not going to get into all the details. You can check it out yourself. But yo, are y'all excited for Clayface? Child, that said Naomi Aki was on the set and was like, why y'all just won't call Robert Pattinson's Batman to show up? Y'all can't get Rob on the phone? Y'all can't get Rob on the phone? They even think that they even know that this feels like a Matt Reeves production. They probably was like, Matt, you can't get Robert Pattinson to come slide through? So yeah, man, this is, and like I had put in the chat when I was talking to Darius them a couple weeks ago, Clayface is going to be the protagonist in this movie. He's not going to be a villain. So it's going to be interesting to see him as like the good guy and then see him turn over the course of however many movies to become a villain of Batman. They gotta get this Batman stuff together over there at the DCU. This is crazy. This is crazy. Lawrence Carter says, looks like straight up body horror. That is what it is. Lawrence A24 said, the good thing is it don't look like James Gunn ever touched it. You know he never set foot on set. Dan the Man says, here's an exclusive for you. I got some projects lined up that'll put me in line with DC. I'll put in a word with James Gunn and get him on your show so you can duke it out. I don't need to talk James Gunn. I don't do good talking to people who lie, and he is a big liar. James Gunn just be lying just to be lying. Sheem says, I haven't watched Supergirl yet. I mean, Supergirl was alright. I didn't like it. Dwayne says, seems like the story is about someone that's too vain and the bad results of that. Man, could it be that he's too vain, or could it be that, man, I grew up in the hood. I started to grow into my face. I finally got my big break being an actor. I'm pulling myself out of poverty. And right as I'm getting ready to explode, sound like the Jonathan Major story. Right as I'm getting ready to explode, somebody ruins my whole life. And I don't want to be poor anymore. I don't want to go back to the hood. So I'm going to do what I got to do to get my face fixed so I can get back into acting. I think that is a very compelling story. I think that is a dope story that they're writing of the things that you'll do to survive, because it sounds like this is a story about survival. I can't go back to the hood. I can't be poor. This is the only thing that I'm good at is acting, and now they done ruin my face. I need my face. The things we'll do. Culture Maid said, but like you said, when y'all want to be evil, y'all hard to catch in a lie. Talking about women. You just got to be on your P's and Q's. Lauren said, Darius said, not Batman. He don't want it. Darius is so funny. Oh, sending well wishes and prayers to Darius and his family. Dan the Man said, Batman will be the villain. He should have been the detective low-key, but seeing Bats hunt Clayface will be interesting. Yeah, man. Maybe they'll say the side effects of the drug starts making him, more angry and more violent, and that'll be like his villain turn. She said, Tina. S. Jaddick, here he go. I mean, your boy Coogler claimed to be a big BP fan, then stripped T'Challa of his super genius, and then killed him. Hollywood is filled with liars. Y'all talking about setting me up with a meeting with James Gunn. Y'all need to get S. Jaddick a meeting with Ryan Coogler. Them the two who need to duke it out. I don't need to duke nothing out with James Gunn and his foolishness. But yeah, man, I'm excited for Clayface. It looks good, man. It looks good. I wish I could play the trailer so we could watch it, but they be trying to give you copyright strikes, and I don't want to go through with that. But yeah, man, that is the information on Clayface. He is an actor who sleeps with a mob boss's wife, and the mob comes through and slashes his face up. Rah, rah, rah. Then he go and let this woman inject something in his face and It goes bad. It goes good for a little bit because his face clears up, but then he started experiencing side effects and it goes wrong. All right, what we got next? Lanterns. Let's talk about lanterns. All right. Another project that feels like it may be a good outing for DC. These next two projects starting to feel good for DC. You know what I'm saying? So I read an article with Entertainment Weekly. Same thing. DC is releasing all their interviews with Entertainment Weekly. So what stuck out to me about this article is, what is the actor playing Hal Jordan? Is it Kyle Chandler? Let's see. Hal Jordan actor. Yes, Kyle Chandler. All right. So when I read this article, what stuck out to me was how differently Aaron Pierre and Kyle approached these roles. For example, Aaron Pierre said he did extensive research on Jon Stewart. He wanted to know everything about the character. He was reading the comic books. He was very deep into Jon Stewart. He said then he got the script, and when he got the script, he wanted to know more about Jon's life as a little boy, Jon's teenage life, Jon as a young adult. Aaron Pierre really engulfed himself into learning about Jon Stewart. Kyle Chandler, who plays Hal Jordan, he said, all I did, I Googled some stuff and I showed up the set and that's it. That's what he said. He said he just did a quick little Google search, showed up the set. That's it. Kyle, you could have looked up a little bit more. Aaron Pierre sweating, working hard, researching, and Kyle said, I just Googled, showed up, and that is what it is. And I think we gonna see a difference in that when this TV show runs. You probably gonna see Aaron Pierre out acting Kyle Chandler because Kyle didn't take this shit serious at all. So what we learned from this article is Hal Jordan is the first human on Earth to ever have the ring. And there's tension between Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan because Jon was picked by the Guardians of the Universe, the founder of the Lanterns Corps, to pick up the mantle in the event of anything happening to Hal. This story is set in 2016. Jon, just 2 months into training, joins Hal to investigate a shooting in Nebraska that might have an alien connection. We find out that Hal Jordan was a former test pilot, Guy Gardner was a gym teacher, and of course, Jon Stewart is a military man. I cannot picture Guy Gardner teaching kids in school. I cannot picture that. I kind of like Guy Gardner a little bit. He was my favorite character out of Superman, surprisingly. I went into Superman thinking I was going to hate him because he got that bootleg bowl cut. I left Superman like, I really like Guy Gardner. He was one of the best parts of the movie. All right. Now, the Guardians of the Universe, they don't really trust Hal. They don't like him because he was trained by Sinestro. And they feel like when Sinestro was training Hal, that Sinestro was teaching him how to cut corners and break the rules. So they think Hal don't follow the law. They say Hal just be doing whatever. So they ready for him to go. They ready to get Hal out the way, and they want to bring in a soldier, someone who gonna follow the rules, someone who don't cut corners, and that's where Jon Stewart kicks in. So we'll see, man. We'll see how Lanterns go. I hope it is good. S. Jaddick says, Tina, I'm just getting warmed up. We will see how things are looking after tomorrow night when the Comic-Con panel goes down. I got more heat for Ryan Coogler. S. Jaddick, I don't think that's healthy. I think you have an unhealthy obsession with T'Challa and Ryan Coogler. I think you should start. Oh, you do watch Queen of the Interview with the Vampire. You should just come hang out in the Interview with the Vampire universe more and don't worry about Marvel for like a year. That's what I think. It's less stressful over there. Oh. Nisha says, Kyle really disrespectful to an incredible character. I mean, I guess it kind of fits with the character. Nathan said he's a veteran who can perform us on the page. It's what he do. He's solid. Yeah, he's a... You are right. But I also... this is another reason why I really like. There's some people in Hollywood I really don't like or respect, because I feel like certain people have the luxury of doing that, whereas other people, they got to work twice as harder. They got to be twice as better. They got to be, twice as clean. They can't have any scandals. But other people, you just show up to set. Everybody else, that's my beef with that. Eshadic says, Guy is the old school 80s gym teacher, not the modern ones. Yeah, he one of them old school teachers. Dan the Man said, I'm not going to lie. The only thing I'm not feeling is the timeline jump. The show's Hal and John. I think it is, though. I think it's going to jump. It's going to be in the past, and you're going to see them training, but then it's going to jump to the future. Then it's going to jump back. I think it's going to jump back and forth. Collector's Reign said, boo, Kugler, boo, Fiege. Nisha said, I agree, Tina. Some people can get away with it and some people can't. That's the tea. Dwayne said, maybe when Chandler found out he dies right away, he said, fuck it. I don't care about studying. This is the second show that his character dies right away. But I guess we should have a spoiler alert up, because you just kind of put a little spoiler out there.
Spoiler alert. You don't want spoilers, you better skirt. Spoiler alert. You don't want spoilers, you.
So allegedly, they said that, Hal might be kicking the can. That's how Jon Stewart gets the ring. That's the rumor. That is the rumor, that Hal might be kicking the can. He may not last too long. But I think that's kind of evident. The trailer kind of hints at it a lot. But yeah. Do y'all think Aaron Pierre is going to be a good Jon Stewart? I think he's going to be good. Outside of the obvious of him being not dark skinned, we kind of already went through that colorism thing. But I think Aaron Pierre is going to be, I think he's going to be a great Jon Stewart. Yeah. I think he'll be dope. All right, what we got next? Oh, are we already to Marvel? We are getting through this thing tonight. Okay. Next up, we got Marvel. All right. So we are going to take this with a grain of salt.
Allegedly.
Don't know if it's true. This is a rumor. All right. So this is coming from the scooper, James Mack. He says that Armor Wars may not be Armor Wars anymore. Instead, Marvel is reportedly looking at reworking it into an Iron Man movie for the next saga. Yeah, that's what they said. And the biggest part of the rumor is that this movie won't be about Rhodey. They said apparently it's going to be a recast Tony Stark. Now, if that's true, I ain't gonna lie, that's a massive pivot. Because Armor Wars was supposed to finally be giving War Machine the spotlight, Don Cheadle. Now it sounds like Marvel might be shifting the focus back to Iron Man. And listen, the scooper James Mackey has been pretty on point with some things. Me personally, I just don't think they're going to recast Iron Man. I just don't. Especially if they're going to keep RDJ around to play Dr. Doom. That would be so awkward to have RDJ being Dr. Doom and you don't recast Iron Man. Plus, if they're going to recast Iron Man, why name the project Armor Wars? Just pick one of Tony Stark's stories out of the comics and rename the movie. Don't name it Armor Wars, because that name is already attached to Don Cheadle, and people already feel like Marvel is mismanaging some of their black characters. So just name it something else. Don't name it Armor Wars. God damn it. Damn. Pick another name. Collector's Reign said, boo, Feige for kicking Rhodey to the crib just to recast Tony Stark. It's a rumor. We don't know. Eshadic, so they can recast Tony Stark, but we're still honoring Chad by keeping T'Challa dead. So Shuri, M'Baku, and Ryan's OC to Junior can rock it. That's what they said. She said, I roll. Culture Made T. Feige already said they're recasting Tony and Rogers, probably Rhodey too. He's never said that. Culture Made, if you can find where he said that, tag me. But I've never heard Kevin Feige said that they were going to recast Iron Man or Steve Rogers. I've never heard him say it because I don't believe he wants to do it. And I've said this weeks ago. I don't think that Kevin Feige likes to recast popular characters because he does not want to deal with the pressure of it failing. Can you imagine that he recasts Iron Man and then it don't work? Ugh. That's why I don't think he's going to recast Iron Man. I think whenever he packs his bag up and kicks the ball down the hill and says, I'm gone, peace out, he going to let them people recast Iron Man, Steve Rogers, Thor. I don't think none of those characters are going to get recast at all. I don't think so. I could be wrong. We might be 2 years down the line and we might have a recast. Or Comic-Con might happen tomorrow and it might say Iron Man, a new beginning, and they bring out the new actor playing Iron Man. That could be. But I don't think he has the guts to recast. I don't think he does. That's also why they don't want to recast T'Challa. I think they're scared. He personally is scared to fail. Why do you think these people coming back? Why is RDJ and Steve Rogers coming back? Because he failed. He failed. And now we got to go back to the OG people. So I've never, ever heard him say that he was going to recast Iron Man. Ever. I've never heard him say that. He's emotionally... Matter of fact, he even talked about Iron Man in the article that they did, that big interview with the Chinese journalist, talked about how we would never want to touch Iron Man. He's so close to our heart, and that's why we brought RDJ in to be Doom, because we didn't want to undo what we just did. No, he ain't gonna do it. Nope. All right, next topic. Good brother Mahershala. Speaking of mismanaging black characters, Blade. Listen, we have talked about Blade numerous times on this channel, and Kevin Feige has admitted that he's a failure when it comes to Blade. He says he's disappointed that they could not get this movie made. Disappointed. Let's take a look.
How much time in therapy have you spent talking about Blade? This poor project. We just need to get this done, Kevin. How are you doing?
Therapy. Should we get into a therapy session?
Yeah, lie down. I mean, we all want it. Mahershala wants it. How are you feeling at this moment?
I'm feeling very excited that we got Wesley back for a time in Deadpool and Wolverine, and like a gigantic loser and failure that we didn't get off the ground with Mahershala.
Is there a world where Secret War?
First off, ain't nobody asked you about Wesley Snipes. We asked you that. We didn't ask you that. We said, where's the new Blade? We ain't asked you about Wesley Snipes. We ain't asked you that. Damn it. Listen, y'all. We don't have to talk about how easy it is to make a vampire movie compared to Doomsday or these other large movies. You talking about we can't get it off the ground, but you got Doomsday off the ground, and that's some heavy ass lifting. You're telling me you can't make a vampire movie. We don't have to talk about how Ryan Coogler got his vampire movie knocked out in 8 months. It's just unfortunate. It is unfortunate, and it's sad. It's just sad. You got an Oscar award-winning actor saying, I want to be this iconic vampire, and it's sad that the company could not get this movie made. It's just sad. And you can't make the excuse like, oh, well, how are we going to introduce vampires? You just introduce them. We're about to watch Doomsday, a movie with Dr. Doom doing all types of magic. We have a world where magic exists. We already have witches, werewolves. What's so different about vampires? Like, this is just crazy. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because I'm just going to get frustrated. AMC makes a vampire movie every goddamn 2 years because Interview with the Vampire, Queen of the Damned, The Vampire Lestat, those are technically little mini movies. You can get it done. If you don't know how to do it, go ask them, how do I make a vampire movie? God damn. This is crazy. S. Jaddock said, Feige never wanted to make Blade, just couldn't outright say no to Oscar winners. They will recast Blade and build Midnight Suns around Blade and Ryder, plenty of talented British actors. What you mean he couldn't say no? He say no to shit all the time. You could have just told Mahershala, hey, bro, we ain't doing vampires right now. And I'm pretty sure that Mahershala Ali has a term agreement. He has a contract signed, so they can't recast Blade at the moment. Most of these actors sign these term agreements. So unless they come back to the table, work something out where Mahershala say, cool, you can recast, we probably ain't getting no Blade. And if we get Blade, it has to be Mahershala Ali, because I am sure they signed Mahershala to a term limit with Blade. I'm sure they did. And that's why, y'all remember, we talked about this a while ago. That's why they couldn't recast the X-Men, because all of those actors were in these long term limit deals, like 10-year deals. That's why they could never that's why when they bought the Fox X-Men, they couldn't just recast them outright, because all of those actors had term limits. So I'm pretty sure Mahershala probably has one too. Sucks. She said, I'm done complaining about it. I'm just so sick and tired. Culture Maid said, I just want you to know, Tina, he has thought how to make his lead Caucasian males great again. Not y'all call Kevin Feige MAGA. Lawrence said, Agatha, Werewolf by Night. Like, come on. Like, yes, this is not difficult. OGTK Cole said, Tina got me over here mad as hell. She brought this up. I mean, I just got to report the news, man. I'm sorry if you're upset. Cleve said, would be crazy if we see Wesley in Doomsday or Secret Wars. Listen, I love the good brother Wesley Snipes. I really do not want to see him. I'm already pissed off I got to see Channing Tatum as Gambit. I would prefer not to see Wesley Snipes, okay? S. Jaddock says, I mean, it's been 7 years since announced Blade. That 10-year term limit is there. Oh, yeah. If it was a 10-year deal, yeah, it's coming to a close. So yeah, when you put it like that, yeah, they probably could eventually recast soon, but we don't know how long his limit was. I imagine it probably was about that time frame, because y'all remember when the Eternals didn't do well and Kumail Nanjiani came out and he was like, I signed a 6-picture deal, so I don't know what we finna do. And that's probably why we're hearing rumors that the Eternals might show up in the Mutant Saga, because when you sign these people to these deals, you either got to start putting them places, or you got to pay them off, or you just got to let that stuff ride out. And that's what happened with those old X-Men characters, the young X-Men, the ones like Sophie Turner, what's the girl who plays Storm, all of them. You either need to bring them in or just let their contracts ride out. And so, yeah, man. Dang, Mahershala. Hate that happened. Sucks that we couldn't get Blade. Just sucks. Just. I'm back. I don't know why my mic went out. I'm back. All right. Oh, let's go back, y'all. Talking about Wesley said, OGTK Cole, Tina, Wesley had amazing script for Blade 4. Disney brought the script and shelved it. Yeah, they'll shelve it. Nisha said, is it me or wasn't a different actor Taylor Kitschik Gambit in the Wolverine movie? Yeah, there was a different Gambit back in the old movie. Yeah. Yep. Dwayne said, I think the term been up. That's why Fiege talking like that. I don't know, because just last year, Mahershala was, when he was doing press for Jurassic Park, I mean, Mahershala was talking like he still, wanted to get it done. So, I don't know. Let's move on. Let's talk about Adam Driver. All right. So y'all know last week on the show, we talked about Adam Driver coming into the MCU. Kevin Feige has publicly came out and stated, yes, we have touched base with Adam Driver a lot throughout the years. So I just want to take up for the Scoopers, because so many people claim that the Scoopers be lying, but these folks be knowing. I truly believe Matt Smith and Adam Driver was in the running for Reed Richards, and I feel like they couldn't give them the money that they wanted. That's how you end up with Pedro Pascal being Reed. So we now have Kevin Feige confirming, yes, we have been touching base, reaching out to Adam Driver throughout the years. He just been turning us down. Now, that's not to say they may eventually land on a role one day, but seems like Adam has all the power right now. So maybe he does pop up in the MCU in the future. Only time will tell. But let's take a look at Kevin's response to the Adam Driver question.
Adam Driver.
Yes.
You've had conversations over a
Many.
number of characters.
Many.
Are we getting close to getting him on board?
It's no secret we'd like to, but it's a tradition to Zoom with him and then he passes.
Is that right?
That's a
Always
long-lived tradition.
Very cordial. It's a nice conversation.
Couldn't be more cordial.
And then
Yes.
does he pass in the moment, or does he wait to pass afterwards?
He's usually upfront about how he's feeling. Yeah, no, it's...
All right. So there you have it. I be seeing people be talking a lot of trash about the Scoopers and say the Scoopers be lying. And like I said, they don't be lying. I'm talking about the legit Scoopers, like the My Time to Shines, the Daniel RPKs, Alex P's. Those are three people that have consistently put out information. Sometimes they get stuff wrong, but for the most part, these people be on point. And people gave My Time to Shine hell because she reported that Adam Driver was possibly Reed Richards. And when Pedro Pascal came out, they was killing her. They was killing My Time to Shine. They was like, you a damn liar. You said it was Adam Driver. Hey, she might have thought so. Because now you got Kevin Feige coming out saying, hey, man, we've been trying to get this guy for years. He tells us no every single time. So, yeah, man. Maybe we'll be seeing Adam Driver in the MCU soon. It seems like, and this is the thing that be kind of like frustrating me a little bit, because when you hear people talk, they start telling on themselves a lot. And for Kevin Feige to say, Adam Driver turns us down all the time and we just keep going back. That just proves y'all have certain actors that y'all will give them time after time, chance after chance after chance to come. But other people, y'all, it's just interesting. It's just interesting that when y'all really want somebody, y'all just keep going, keep trying. When y'all have y'all eyes on somebody, if y'all want them, y'all gonna keep going. So this goes back to Blade. If you really, really wanted to make a Blade movie, you would get it done. If you really, really wanted to recast Kang, you would get it done. Because when you really, really want to do something, you keep trying. So, Dwayne said Driver wouldn't work as any Marvel character. He's one of those actors that has limited talent. Oh, you don't think Adam Driver is talented, Dwayne? Interesting. Nisha said, right, Tina. I agree. They know exactly who they want. Dwayne, I've never heard anyone say that they didn't believe Adam Driver was talented. That's interesting. Culture Maid said, I think Adam would have been a better Reed than Pedro. To be honest, man, I know people don't like Pedro as Reed, but I like it. I like him as Reed because his Reed is just different. I like that his Reed is different. I like his Reed. I like him. Adam Driver would have been a tall ass, big ass Reed. How tall is Adam Driver? Yeah, Adam Driver's like 6'2". He with a big ass Reed Richards. Imagine Adam Driver at 6'2" playing Reed Richards and then going up against Dr. Doom as RDJ and he's taller. She said Pedro sucks as Reed. I like him as Reed. You know what I'm saying? Because Pedro's version of Reed, I think they wrote Pedro's version of Reed to be a little bit on the spectrum because Pedro has these little ticks where you could tell like he's off a little bit, but he's so goddamn smart. He gets so obsessive about his work. And I like that Pedro has these little weird ticks that if you watch him, you can catch him kind of like zoning out a little bit. You can catch him just like, you can see that he's off a little bit, but he's smart. I like him. Culture Mate said, I think Pedro's Reed is too emotional. You can see he's always worried. Reed has the poker face of no emotion. Okay, I'll give you that. I like Pedro. All right, what we got next? What's the next topic? Oh, the big Kevin Feige interview. All right, let's get into this. This is the interview that Damson Idris comes up. So, Kevin Feige was over in China and he did a massive interview. And we have to keep this in mind. This interview was in Chinese, so everything has been translated to English. So some things may not come across accurate or in full context. But I'm going to run through the interview and just kind of pull out some of the good stuff. So, first question they asked was, why did you bring RDJ back? And he said, Marvel never wanted to simply resurrect Tony Stark. Feige said Endgame's ending is one of Marvel's proudest achievements, so bringing Tony back would cheapen that sacrifice. Bringing Tony back would cheapen that sacrifice. He don't want to recast him. Okay. Instead, Marvel wanted to find the greatest actor in the world to play Dr. Doom. After seeing Robert Downey Jr. win an Oscar for Oppenheimer, Marvel realized, what if we brought back our greatest hero to play our greatest villain? Feige admitted it was bold, risky, and unexpected, but he was happy RDJ wanted to come back. All right. Next question. They said, why release Doomsday on the same day as Dune? Feige laughed and answered, we want theaters around the world to be full. He's laughing at Doom. He also admitted Marvel simply just couldn't finish the movie in time for the original release date of May. But he's laughing at Dune. He doesn't care about Dune. Dune is no competition. The interviewer said, how is Doomsday different from Endgame? He said, unlike Endgame, who every hero fought Thanos together, Doomsday begins with 3 universes, 3 Earths literally colliding. The major question becomes, will heroes fight each other to save their own worlds or work together to save all 3? And Dr. Doom sits at the center of that conflict. All right, so that's the first set of questions. All right. Marvin Allen 7497 said, hey, Tina, I made it to the live stream. No 1:30 a.m. reward. Glad you can make it on time, Marvin. All right. Paul Martin said, I thought Damian Lewis of Billions would have been fire as Dr. Doom. Okay, let's look. Let me look him up. Damian Lewis. Billions. I don't like him. You know why I don't like him, Paul? Because I feel like Dr. Doom is a little swaggy. Dr. Doom has a little ego. Dr. Doom is a little confident. Now, Damian probably could pull it off, but I don't, first of all, I don't even like that RDJ is playing Dr. Doom. But one thing that RDJ can pull off is a little swag. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Doom got he's a little swag. He got a little ego on him. We'll see how Robert Downey Jr. pulls it off. Nathan says, Doom will be fine. It'll make money. Yeah, Doom gonna make their money. Lauren said, Tina, keep that same energy. My energy never changes. Lauren said he lied and said this was the plan all along. Well, we know that's a goddamn lie. No, that's a lie. Anonymously 640, who would you like to see play as Dr. Doom instead of RDJ? Man, I had so many people I can't even think of right now. I like the dude who played Jamie Lannister in Game of Thrones. I think he would have been a dope Dr. Doom. I think the guy who plays Lestat in Interview with the Vampire, Sam Reed, he would have ate Dr. Doom up. Oh, he would have been a great Dr. Doom. I think Adam Driver would have been a good Doom. Those are like 3 off the top of my head that I remember just kind of being the ones that I liked. As Jadek says, I want to come back for $100 million. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm telling y'all. RDJ just threw a number out and they was like, we got to do it. All right, so that's the first half of the interview. Let's talk about Damson. Let's talk about Damson. All right, so the interviewer says, how do you guys decide which characters or movies to create? And he said, comic book sales isn't a factor. They pick characters based on genre. Like Guardians was supposed to be a space opera that they wanted to do. And then Black Panther became a priority because Wakanda represented an unexplored part of Marvel mythology that they had never touched. He said, introducing T'Challa and Captain America proved that audiences love him. The interviewer said, when will we find out if Damson Idris is the next Black Panther? And they say Kevin Feige smiles and says, not today. Okay. So this is news, guys. Damson really has been the only name we've been hearing surrounding Black Panther. Geeky Cast has been very adamant that Damson Idris has this job, but we don't know what the job is. Is it just a variant, or is he the new Black Panther in Coogler's production? Because that's the production that matters. That's what matters. All this crazy stuff they're doing in Doomsday is irrelevant. They about to kill people, bring people back. Like, this Doomsday and Secret Wars is just going to be full of spectacle, all right? If he's in Doomsday, whatever. The real deal is Black Panther 3. Is he going to be the new Black Panther taking the mantle into the future? That has always been the question for me. I've always reported that is the job that Damson Idris wants. If y'all have been following this channel, this should be no surprise to y'all that Kevin Feige wants Damson Idris in the MCU, because I told y'all they want Damson Idris in the MCU. Damson Idris didn't want to be a variant. So this is not news. This might be news to everybody else that Kevin Feige is just kind of leaning into it now. This is what I'll say. If Damson Idris is the new guy, I've always said that I will be there supporting nephew 1000%. If Damson Idris is taking this mantle over in Black Panther 3, I will be there supporting nephew, rooting for him. Now, this is what I'll say. This is going to be a family conversation. My hope for Damson Idris is, if he's T'Challa Jr., I'm not sure. I don't know. But if he's going to be the man moving forward, my wish would be for him to come into the role and be very aware of the circumstances. I heard that Damson Idris can be very similar to his character in F1 in real life. And if you've seen F1, you know what I'm talking about. All right. You got to think about this. This is a young man, very handsome, good-looking man. He was the lead on a TV show that was held in high regard. He's talented. You know, he might got a little chip on his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? He might got a little chip on his shoulder. But that can also be a good thing for his character, because he can put a different spin on it. This T'Challa can have a little bit more edge to him. Chadwick Boseman, the issue that can come about is Chadwick Boseman on that set made everybody feel seen. He made everybody feel important. Regardless of his personal illness, he was very intentional about the things that was going on that set. Chadwick made everybody feel important on that set. Now, what I will say is, I do think it's unfair to expect Damson Idris, Aldous Hodge, or whoever gets this role to be Chadwick Boseman. But I do want Damson Idris, if he gonna be the guy, I want him to ease his way into the world of Wakanda if this gig is his. That's my wish for Damson, because you're coming into an already established team, and Damson is a very confident young man, but he's still a young man who has time to mature into the character. So I just want him to be on his P's and Q's. I hope some of the OG actors in the industry can take him under their wings and really let him know how important this role is. And it's so unfair. It is so unfair that all this pressure would be put on him, so much pressure that he's not allowed to make mistakes. That's the reality of it. That is the reality of it. He's not allowed to make mistakes. They've had issues with Terrence Howard, Jonathan Majors, Mahershala Ali, Bo DeMaio. You can't come into this franchise like RDJ. You can't come in and be too overly egotistical. He has to be damn near perfect, and that's unfair. That would be so unfair to Damson Idris, but unfortunately, that is the weight of this role, because that is the standard that Chadwick Boseman has set. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate. Damson Idris, we can't see you outside arguing with Lori Harvey. You can't have no scandals. He has to be pristine. And I know he's aware of these things, but sometimes we lose sight. You know what I'm saying? You had that Jonathan Majors situation where he was trying to be as pristine as possible, but he lost sight for a second because he got involved with something he shouldn't have got involved in. So my wish for Damson Idris, if this new role is his to take that mantle, I want him to ease into that role. Be confident, but don't go overboard. Wait until you like 2 movies in, until you start pushing your weight around. You know what I'm saying? Don't come in too hot, young nephew. Come in cool. Come in cool. But yeah, man, if this role is Damson Idris's, good luck. Good luck, nephew. Good luck. All right, let me check the comments. Collector's Reign said, Coogler, he leaving after BP3. I don't know. She said, Aldous Hodge should be T'Challa, period. Yeah. Paul Martin said they really should have taken T'Challa off the grid in the MCU rather than killing him. So many options for T'Challa besides death. I don't care about the child. Yep. Okay. As Shattuck says, he needs to do his research and make sure Coogler doesn't screw him over for the side characters. Super genius, tactical mastery, and edge. Shuri needs to be put back in her place. See, why you gotta say shit like that? Why you got to say? See, you was doing okay until you say stuff like that. Why does Shuri need to be put back in her place? Why can't Shuri just say, welcome in, nephew? You got the mantle. I'm finna go back and be the scientist. Why she gotta be put in her damn place? Why y'all see what I just got through talking about how we have to be pristine. S. Jaddix was so pristine until he got to the end. Now, if you was working at MCU, they would have fired your ass. Because you fucked up at the end. You see what I'm talking about? You see, God damn. Talk said Damson should be Prince T'Challa. Okay. Nisha said, I just don't know if he can be T'Challa. I don't know if Damson could be T'Challa. Culture May said Chadwick was a true king already. Damson gets to grow into it like meeting a younger T'Challa. Nisha said, yeah, he need to be very careful. Nathan said, if they bring T'Challa back, we are business as usual, going to be behind him. She said, and that's even more of a reason why it should be Aldous Hodge. I agree. I feel like Aldous... Oh, y'all, I don't want to do this. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put people against each other because it's already hard enough for us to get these jobs. I think it would have been an easier transition for Aldous Hodge. I think I'm gonna just say a prayer for good brother Damson. Yeah. S. Jaddick says, why does he gotta be pristine when Letitia gets to be anti-vax? You S. Jaddick, are you asking me why a black man in the MCU has to be pristine? Are we not? Did we not? What we talking about? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. What we talking about? What are we talking about, yo? Come on, man. This nigga talking about something. Why does he have to be pristine? Do I need to go read the whole script all over again on why a black man playing T'Challa or T'Challa Jr. or whoever he's gonna be playing, why does that black man have to be pristine and damn near perfect? Do I got to read it all? Like, what we not getting? What we not understanding? Didn't we just talk about how Adam Driver closed the door in their face every goddamn year and they keep going back? we don't get that grace. We don't get that grace. Do we not see what they did to Nia DaCosta? Kevin Feige has never came out and said, you know what, Nia DaCosta, the Marvels didn't do well, but I love Nia DaCosta. I love her. Did Kevin Feige come out and say, hey, man, Bo DeMaio, you know, he did great with X-Men 97? No. Has Kevin Feige ever came out and said, hey, man, you know, Don Cheadle, we love him. We just couldn't get Armor Wars off the ground. Are you asking me why a young black man has to be pristine in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Ciao. S. Jaddick, are you from Canada? Like, chill. Are you Canadian? Are you Canadian, sir? Where are you from? Talking about why he got to be pristine, but Letitia don't. Letitia was damn near out the door. You know who saved her ass? Ryan Coogler. You better believe. If Ryan Coogler was not the director, her ass would have been recast so fast. What we talking about? What we talking about? You'll see. If Damson Idris is T'Challa, and if he makes one false move, if he messes up, T'Challa will be dead again. We had to kill him again. You let Damson Idris get this rolling. He can be in a little tiny scandal, and watch what'll happen. Talking about why he gotta be pristine. Let him get in there and get the plan if he want to. And y'all talking about bringing a new director. You let him get in there and get the plan, and Ryan Coogler ain't the director. His ass is out the door. S. Jaddick, I'm from the South, Tina, and I was just trolling. You and Andre gonna get y'all ass kicked out. Quit trolling me. Letitia should have been out the door. No, because Ryan Coogler like his people. He like his people. He wasn't gonna let Letitia leave. He probably had to get on the phone and be like, Letitia, girl, stop, girl, stop. I'm trying to save your ass. Stop. And I told y'all what. Let me stop. I told y'all what was going on with Letitia Wright. She's going through religious psychosis. She had a lot going on at the time. Okay. Nathan says, is there any chance Ryan Coogler shows up tomorrow? S. Jaddick says, Damson needs to dump Lori Harvey if he wants to stay pristine. She is no good. Why don't y'all like women? What has Lori Harvey did? What has Lori Harvey did to anybody that now she ain't no good? What has Lori Harvey did? And I'm not here to judge if he with her or not. But why is Lori Harvey no good? What she done did? What Lori Harvey done did? Talking about she ain't no good. What has that woman did? Nisha talking about Kugler probably had Letitia at his house like, girl, get it together. You know he did. Kugler probably got on a plane and went to the UK and was like, Letitia, Chad gone. Chad is gone. And I know you don't want to do this movie. But sis, stop tweeting that bullshit. Put it in a diary. Put it in a diary. Don't. God damn it. She talking about that skeezer. She ain't no skeezer. She's just a young woman who's dating. You know? She's just sowing her royal oats like y'all do. And see, this is why Akasha needs to just come in and destroy 90% of y'all ass. Y'all are horrible. Pack them up. Pack them up. Pack all y'all asses up. This chat is full of men. The only women in here is probably Nisha and I think it's one other woman. The rest of y'all can go. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all calling her skeezers. Y'all talking about Letitia Wright. Just leave. Y'all are horrible. We need to break and just start over next Friday. This has been a very sexist chat tonight. Y'all have been horrible. I see why Akasha wanted to get rid of 90% of y'all. I see. Y'all are horrible. Y'all talking about she dating everybody. That's what you're supposed to do. I like that some of these women is acting like niggas. Yeah, date them, date their homeboys, date their daddies. Yeah, date them all. So y'all can see how I feel. Y'all get to get out here and just date everybody. Why can't women just date everybody? Why Lori Harvey can't date a bunch of men? Why Meg can't have a bunch of women? Yeah, let them. Y'all get to have all the women y'all want. What's the problem? Torian talking about, but Akasha said, I see what she gets. I understand. I understand why Akasha woke up and said, they gotta go. They horrible. They gotta go. All of them. All of them. 10 of y'all stand up. Only one gets to survive. The other 9 need to go. Y'all are horrible. Get out. Go. Just go. Get away. All right, y'all. I'm just joking. Let's move on. All right. Well, let's get back to the interview. All right. So, the future after Secret Wars. Now, this was perhaps the biggest part of the interview. Feige said Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars are heavily inspired by Time Runs Out, Secret Wars. Their goals are to finish storylines stretching back to Iron Man and build the next Marvel universe. So, Secret Wars is not the end. Secret Wars is a beginning. After Secret Wars, the MCU becomes streamlined, simplified, one unified universe. Some familiar elements will remain. Many things become completely new. That is what Kevin Feige is saying. He also said on this interview with Josh Hortzit. Oh, Lord, I'm messing that man name up. Anyway, he said on the interview with Josh that Secret Wars is not going to be a reboot. I've been saying that for years. There's no way to reboot a cinematic universe so deep into the game like the MCU because they got these people into these contracts. Like, you can't get rid of Tom Holland, Shang-Chi, you just hired Sadie Sink, you're not getting rid of the world of Wakanda. So this new world that they doing is not going to be a reboot. I call this thing like, is a little refresher. You just adding the X-Men in. That's about it. That's about it. They ain't doing no real reboot. Kevin ain't about that life. He not about that life, y'all. He's not going to do it. Okay? Ain't going to be no reboot. Next up. All right, so if y'all have been waiting on Miles Morales to finally show up in live action, Kevin Feige just gave us a pretty big update. He confirmed that Marvel absolutely has plans for a live action Miles Morales, but don't expect him to show up just yet. According to Feige, Marvel wants to let Sony finish the Spider-Verse, the animated trilogy, before bringing Miles into live action movies. And honestly, of course, that's the right thing to do. Let the animated version cool off and then bring Miles right on over. Now, Feige has also confirmed that Marvel has already had conversations about Spider-Man 5, 6, and 7, and even beyond that. So Spider-Man ain't going nowhere. He's going to be here for a while. And on top of that, Amy Pascal recently talked about wanting to keep Destin Daniel Cretton around to direct more Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland. And I'm actually cool with that. I'm cool. If Destin is the one who introduces Miles Morales into a Tom Holland movie, I think that could really work. I think Destin Daniel Cretton would do a good job introducing Miles Morales. But let's be real. All right. Tom Holland has already hinted that he don't want to play Spider-Man forever. So at some point, the torch is going to have to be passed. You know, he got to get the torch on. So while I'm fine with Destin Daniel Cretton setting up Miles, eventually I think a Miles Morales movie should be handed over to a black director. And Marvel already has somebody in-house. That makes sense. Like, just let Ronaldo Marcus Screen do it. You know, just let the guy who's already in the Marvel family, let him do it. He's from New York. That's a plus. So that means he knows New York. He knows the culture of New York. He just directed the Punisher special. And I think he'd bring the right perspective and energy to a Miles Morales film. And the reason I say that is because I think only black directors can really tell black stories like in a really effective way, because there's just this lived in culture that you have. And then he's from New York, so he already understands New York. And the culture of Miles Morales is so very important to him as a character. Like his culture being black, being Puerto Rican, that is integral to his character. So I think the little details matter when it comes to Miles Morales, the neighborhoods, the music, the family dynamics, the way he moves through the world. Those things are really, really important to Miles Morales. So I think having a black director behind the camera will help bring some of those nuances to life. But yeah, man, Kevin Feige and Amy Pascal, it says that, yeah, man, Miles is coming. So we shall be seeing him soon if we are still alive here to watch it. All right, let's take a look. Anonymous said, "Can't wait to get back to being simple. My brain can't handle the multiversal stuff." Oh man, I'm trying to skim through these. Anonymous says, "I'm ready for Miles." Nisha says, "I'm ready to see the next Miles Morales." Yep. Let me see. As Jadis is arguing in the comments, he get on my nerves. Torian said they can go right to the Bronx and do those Miles Morales auditions for sure. Just go on, have an open casting call in New York. If you are black and Puerto Rican, front of the line. I want them at the front of the line. If you got a black daddy and a Puerto Rican mama, or a Puerto Rican daddy and a black mama, I want you at the front of the line. Everybody else, get to the back. Bring your mama and daddy with you so I can see. I need to confirm. If you're black and Puerto Rican, get at the front of the line. As Jadek says, so if Destin is doing Spider-Man and Naruto, where's the time for Shang-Chi? I think they're going to have to get a new director for Shang-Chi. I really want Destin Daniel Cretton to do it, but do we know of another director in Marvel that was able to do two different Marvel projects? No. I don't think he's going to be able to do Spider-Man movies and Shang-Chi movies. I just don't. I think they got to get a new director in. I think they got to go find somebody. She said a dime a dozen in my city. Step on up. Yeah, man. They should have an open casting call. I think this should be one of the biggest casting calls ever. I think that's how big like this Miles Morales movie can be. Y'all talking about T'Challa, like people love Miles Morales. I think they should be I think they need to go to Puerto Rico. I think they need to go to New York. I think they need to go to Miami. I think they need to go to California. This needs to be one of the largest open casting calls ever. Go and find them. If they need me to help with casting, I can do it. I think they should have people all over the world. And we should start out with at least 5,000 boys for Miles Morales. And then we just start drilling down. Yes, I think this should be a very large open casting call. Nathan said they're eyeing Antoine Fuqua. I don't think Fuqua likes. I don't think he likes how Marvel operates. They would have to give him a lot of money. They've reached out to Fuqua a couple times. He bought like Adam Driver. He be like, hell no. All right. Next up, we almost done, y'all. It's 11:15. All right. So let's talk about Comic-Con. If you are free tomorrow around 8:30 p.m. Eastern, me and the fellas will have a Comic-Con panel. Me, Dre Mac, Blue, Torian. I think maybe Josh is coming. That's all I know for sure right now. Darius is having family issues. You know, one of his family members is sick, so he may not show. I think Chill said he may be working or he might do his own stream. But yeah, man, we're going to have a good time tomorrow. 8:30 p.m. tomorrow. We're going to be covering the Marvel panel. And seems like Kevin Feige may be getting ready to drop some bombs. Because Eric Voss said he heard that Denzel was in town. And that could mean we could be getting some Black Panther news. Let's take a look at the video.
I'm Eric Voss from the New Rockstars channel. I'm outside of Hall H at the San Diego Convention Center, where tomorrow Marvel Studios will make some huge announcements about the future of the MCU. And I have some exclusive scoops that I've learned here on site in San Diego that no one else has told you about. Okay, so here's what I know. The press section that I am luckily invited to for tomorrow's panel is something that has been more exclusive this year than ever before. There's about 400 seats in there, and I can tell you that there's less than 200 press people who are here for the event covering things. Fewer than 20 outlets in total that are covering things. And if you have one person per outlet, there's not that many seats necessary. I'm being told from contacts at Disney that there are less than 10 seats being made available for press covering this. That tells you that the other 397 seats in the press section are being occupied by VIPs. Now, who are the VIPs? Friends, family, social teams, publicists, agents, other people who are connected to over 30 different VIPs, actors who are going to be on stage for that panel. And when I was talking to my contacts, I was like, yeah, 35 people who we know about. They looked at me as if that number was double. So we're going to see a packed stage at Hall H tomorrow. There's going to be major A-listers who we never saw coming who are going to be on stage. Word on the street is Denzel Washington is here in San Diego. I saw him get out of a car and into an SUV. I just passed Michael Mando, who's going to be playing Matt Gargan in Spider-Man Brand New Day. So that tells us that the cast of Spider-Man Brand New Day will be part of that panel as well. Sadie Sink will be here. That's going to be the big question, is do they use this panel to announce who Sadie Sink is playing in Spider-Man Brand New Day? Because if you're going to announce her, you're going to announce who the other X-Men are. That's what Marvel Studios needs to do in this panel. They need to tell us who the stars of the Mutant Saga are going to be. So don't be surprised if you see some A-lister stars who are going to be the new X-Men. You're going to hear da-na-na-na-na-na, and it's going to be a huge lineup of talent, not just people for Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, but Marvel Studios X-Men. I think we're going to get some major cast announcements tomorrow, and I will be in the room. A small number of other press will be in that room as well. We're going to do our best to cover all the big news that's coming out, so follow New Rockstars, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Let me tell you something. That's crazy. That is crazy that... Okay, let me tell y'all how these conventions and stuff work with press. If you've never like seen it or been before, when I went to CinemaCon, there probably was like hundreds of seats designated just for press. So for Comic-Con, for Marvel to only have like 20 seats designated for press, and the other 300 or so is for friends, family, publicists of people. That's crazy. Like, look, I don't want to set ourselves up for failure just in case tomorrow isn't a big shebang. But what I'll say is Kevin Feige did an interview 2 days ago, and he said, listen, when I come to Comic-Con, I'm coming. He's talking. He got a real big ego right now. He feeling good. He said, "Listen, when I come to Comic-Con, just know I'm coming to bring something big." That's what he said. So Kevin Feige is talking a big talk. Before I heard him say that, my prediction was, I'm like, well, they only got an hour. He's probably going to give us the title of X-Men. we may get a Black Panther title. We may get Vision Quest trailer. That's all I thought we really was gonna get. I did not expect us to get actors, especially for X-Men. So I don't know if we're gonna get that. I honestly did not expect Black Panther to be there at all. I wasn't expecting anybody from the Black Panther team to be there. I thought maybe we would get a logo and a name, because Black Panther gonna start filming next year. So I expected a big Black Panther presence at Comic-Con next year. But they said Denzel Washington in town, and I haven't done any research to see if Denzel is here for anything else, because Denzel do got a couple projects in the works, so he could be there. He could be there for something else. But what do y'all think is going to be at Comic-Con tomorrow? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Coletta's Rain said Majors is back. Pristine. You have to be pristine. He was not pristine. He was not pristine. He was not clean enough. All he did was snatch his phone back and hurt somebody's finger. They said, hell no, you gotta go. Storm casting. Can you do a storm casting without announcing Jean Grey? That's also why I didn't expect anything from the X-Men, because I'm like, you got to announce who Jean Grey is, or it's going to be very obvious if you don't announce Jean Grey. It's going to be like, well, obviously she's Sadie Sink. You're not telling us who she is. So it's like you either got to spoil it and tell us, or don't announce the people at all, because it's going to be odd that Jean Grey isn't cast. So I don't know. But me and the fellas will be here tomorrow talking about it. We'll be gossiping, child. We'll be gossiping. Let me check something. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me check something right quick. I'm going to see if I can get some information. See if I can get some information from before tomorrow. See if we can get some information. See if we can see what's going to happen. But yeah, man, if y'all want to come hang out, if y'all are free tomorrow, hopefully we're going to start by 8:30. Hopefully we can be on time. And yeah, me and the fellas will be on the panel arguing and fighting like we always do, and, you know, having a good old time. And we'll be looking at whatever Marvel has going on. All right, next up. What's the next topic? What we got? Okay, also at Comic-Con, Marvel has a showcase of Doomsday where you can see the costumes from the characters in the movie. And every day they've been adding these Doom Witches to the showcase. Every day, one shows up in a different color. And shout out to the Scoopers. They called this last year. We heard that Dr. Doom was going to have a little coven of witches working with him. And yo, bring on the witches. Yes, bring on the magic. Bring on the supernatural. I am here for it. Now, the question is, who are the women under the mask? We've been hearing rumors that one could be Peggy Carter. We heard that maybe the Scarlet Witch. We've heard Clea. We've heard Sylvie. So many options of who these witches can be. At one point, we also heard that Scarlett Johansson could be one of the witches. So I guess we just got to watch the movie and find out. But I remember when this scoop came out last year, they were unsure. They was like, we don't know if these women are Doom variants. We don't know if they're witches. And I remember all the men had a meltdown and was like, oh my God, it's the MCU. Why are we doing women Doom variants? Oh my God. People like lost their mind. I'm like, are y'all really crying that it might be Doom variants that are women? We literally have a Loki variant that's a frog. Well, come to find out, these are not variants. These are going to be witches in his coven. Y'all know I love a good old witch. I'm so excited to see what the witch is gonna be doing. The Avengers ain't got a damn chance. What they gonna do? They ain't got no witches on their team. They ain't got no magicians. We ain't got nobody to fight no goddamn witches. What we supposed to do with witches? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We don't have Doctor Strange. We don't have Scarlet Witch. We ain't got Agatha. Somebody call Agatha. Her coven damn near gone. What? Where's Wiccan? We don't have no witches on the squad to fight the Doom witches. All these folks gonna die. They ain't got nobody. They ain't got nobody. Nisha said, I'm trying to go for the gossip. I got a family event tomorrow, but I'm going to try and pop in and out for a bit. Well, Nisha, you can catch the replay, girl. You can catch it. You can catch the replay. Culture Made just became a member of the chat.
A member of the movie Lair's here. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? A member of the movie Lair's here. What up? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat.
Welcome, Culture Made, for being a member of the page. Collector's Reign said, Brother Voodoo. Yeah, we ain't got Brother Voodoo. We ain't got no magic users. Where's Mordo? Where's Mordo at? We ain't got nobody to fight these witches. Who gonna fight these witches? She said, see how they set Doom up? Dick hang dirty. Culture Made said, I'm pretty sure we getting Wiccan. Yeah, we heard that we getting Wiccan, but sound like we not gonna get Wiccan until the next movie. What we gonna do this movie, Culture Made? Where is the witches? Nathan said Morgan Le Fay. I think they kind of like, did they merge her character with Lady Death in the Agatha story? I felt like all of that was kind of merged and amalgamated into one character. Cleve said Dom Toretto is set to return in Doomsday with family. Anything is possible. Dwayne Cole said the spinoff movie will be Doom's Bitches, the Third Degree. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I want to watch a movie about the Doom witches. I'll be there. Man, we ain't got nobody to fight these witches, boy. We ain't got nobody to fight them. What Sam gonna do? Throw a shield at the witch? The witch gonna stop the shield, throw it out the way. What we gonna do? We going in undervalued. We do got Sentry. I forgot about Sentry. That's all we got. That's it. Sentry. Yeah. That's all we got. We ain't got nobody else, child. All right, next up, let's talk about Doomsday. How did y'all like the trailer? Hold on, y'all. I'm pulling something up. All right, y'all. Let's talk about some Doomsday news. This is the last topic, and we're heading into spoiler. We are heading into spoiler territory.
Spoiler alert. You don't spoil it. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. You don't spoil it. You better leave. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. You don't spoil it. You better skirt. Spoiler alert. You don't spoil it.
That's how Dr. Doom gonna be dancing when he tear their ass up. Imagine getting beat up by Dr. Doom and then they start dancing. All right. So the Doomsday trailer dropped and it made some waves. I can't play the trailer because Disney, for the first time ever, Disney has been striking people. Disney has never struck us for playing trailers. So I don't have the full trailer. We just got a little edit here. But how y'all feel about the trailer? How y'all feel? You know what? I'm disappointed that they didn't show a new trailer because this one is very similar to the one from CinemaCon. So a lot of people have already heard us break down the trailer, so it probably wasn't as exciting if it was actually new material. But to be honest, man, that trailer ain't for y'all nerds, okay? It's for the general population to get hype, and wow. Deadline is reporting that this is the second biggest trailer of all time with 503 million views. Crazy. Spider-Man Brand New Day is the only trailer beating this. And I tried to tell my good brother Blue and my good brother Marcus, my fellow YouTubers, that this movie is going to be massive. Blue is throwing out box office numbers like, oh, it might make 500 million. Sir, Marcus was a little bit more realistic. He was like, I'm thinking maybe 700 million. Yeah, they're crazy. Okay, this movie will make $500 million by the end of week 2. This movie is going to make a lot of money. Now, I don't know if it's going to be profitable. Those are two different things. I don't know because we don't know what the budget is. But this movie is going to be big. This is going to be a huge movie. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to put in the right amount of Easter eggs in this film to make us nerds go back and watch it 2 times, maybe 3 times, so we can break it down and catch all of the clues. This movie is going to be big. This is going to be a huge movie. This is going to be crazy. How y'all feel? How y'all feeling? S. Jaddick said, Tina, don't show up to the panel with the guys if Kevin announces a new Tony Stark while Coogler trots out Tucson. She says Century ain't working. He on strike. Look, Century said, I need my medicine because if I don't be on my medicine, when I go crazy, like darkness over the city, I need to be medicated. Culture Maid said Shuri should be getting into mysticism soon. You know, I would like for them to do that, letting her, go down her Griot lane. Marvel just seems so scared of like witches and stuff, so they like pick and choose when they want to do witches, when they want to be involved in that. But I would be cool. Free Spirit said Doomsday trailer was good. S. Jaddick says we think Kevin will have a response to everyone mocking that Avengers lineup. But what would be the response? Who is he gonna bring out Storm, Monica Rambeau, Jean Grey, Phoenix? Because then all the men gonna be like, oh, here go the MCU. So who else do we got that we can bring to help besides the women? Who is the fellas that's missing? The women, all the powerful ones, it seems like what we missing off the table. Anonymous said, I like the trailer. Wish we saw more Doom. I think we're gonna get more Doom. We got time. We still a year. We still 6 months out. Diva Minor 1 said the trailer could have been better. Something was missing. Okay. S. Jaddick says, you realize Shuri has to die to become the Griot, right? Yes, I do. Don't get kicked out, S. Jaddick, because you're trying to be funny. Torian said, when I saw the trailer, I immediately thought of the breakdown you did from CinemaCon. Yep, it matched up pretty well. The only difference is there were some little differences from this trailer and the one we got in CinemaCon. So the one we got in CinemaCon didn't have Loki in it, so that was new. I think... yeah, that was really the big thing that I can remember is we didn't have Loki in it. She said I was on board with the trailer. Culture May said, I think the trailer showed a couple heavy players, but there's so much missing. The heavy players, Culture, only thing we got is Thor and Sentry. Maybe Namor. Yeah, Namor can get busy. Sue Storm. That's about it. Everybody else. They're going to have to get the X-Men help. They're going to need help from the X-Men because the Avengers ain't got it. They ain't got it. They ain't got it. Nathan says he thinks 1.6 billion to 2 billion. Yeah. I think this thing I think Disney would be super excited if this thing hits 2.3 to 2.5. I think that would be a happy goal. I think if they get 1.6, you cool, but you're not really happy because I imagine that this budget is $400 to $500 million. I just know it is. Nanam said most of the theaters around me are already sold out. Yep. Culture Maid said I was disappointed that Shuri was saluting Sue. Like what? I think that's just how they cut the trailer. Because one thing I can say is in the trailer that we saw, well, you can see it in this trailer too. There are Dora Milaje's, more Doras there. And there's more people from M'Baku's tribe. So she probably was saluting her people and they just cut it to Sue. She may not have really been saluting Sue. Old Dog said, I'm just glad that they gave us a little trailer to chew on. It was cool to look at, but can't wait for more reveals, more Shuri and more Sam. Yep. Collector's Reign said the poster is lame. And give Mystique the bob. Yeah, I don't know why they got my girl Mystique. Look like she got like a mullet. I ain't never seen no mullet like that. I don't like that. And she got a synthetic wig on. Y'all, they're horrible. Why they got her with a synthetic wig? Marvin says, I agree with you, Tina. This movie is gonna be huge if done right. The rewatch factor is crazy. You know they're gonna make that. You're gonna have to rewatch it. You know they're gonna do it. As Jaddick says, think they can add Wonder Man to Doomsday or Secret Wars. I can see him showing up in Secret Wars. For sure. Anonymous said, I would like to point out that the Loki scene is after season 2. The tree is shown on the card, and the tree is created at the end of season 2. Different jacket, too. Yeah, could be. Could be. Culture May says, showing Namor meet with the First Family and showing us that Cap is carrying Mjolnir means he will be fighting more than Black Falcon of America. Oh, y'all are crazy. Diva says, do you think that's the real Steve Rogers or do you think he's Hydra Cap? I do not think he's Hydra Cap at all. I think that is the real Steve Rogers. I hate that people have started that rumor because that's how people get let down. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Hydra Cap shows up in Secret Wars. I think that's an option, but I think this is the real Steve Rogers because we already heard they said that Doom was gonna kill that boy's son. Say Dr. Doom gonna kill the boy's son. I think that's the real Steve. She said Black America ain't got no lines in the trailer. As Jenny said, Mystique looks awful. She does. Yeah, man, my theater is sold out. My theater is sold out. All the showings. So, and then Blue talks about, man, I checked my theater. My theater ain't sold out. Yeah, it is, Blue. Get your tickets. MM Talk says these witches are interesting. Gotta be some powerful women. Scarlet Witch, Phoenix, Jean, Omega Level Storm. If one of them witches is Storm, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be like, girl, you're evil. You're a traitor. Oh. As Jaddick said, also Steve is running around in jeans and a black t-shirt for the whole movie. Couldn't give him a leather jacket. I think they're probably gonna go through some costume changes. Dwayne said the trailer was good, but it looks like clips from 7 different movies. Makes me further believe the story has no structure. Also, Chris Evans went too heavy with the Botox. That's how that man got Botox. Torian said mine is sold out. All right. Last topic, and then we finna get up out of here. Somebody he went too heavy on the Botox. All right, now these are some clips that was not in the trailer, but some people are saying these are legitimate scenes from the movie. So they said that these are scenes from the movie that somebody upscaled it into AI. So first off, y'all telling me y'all got on a ship with somebody wearing a mask like that, standing behind y'all like that, and ain't nobody say nothing? He looks scary standing back there. Ain't no way y'all just on the ship with this man behind y'all back like that. I'm not getting on no ship with him like that. I need to see your face. I need to look into your eyes. That's what's gonna piss me off about this movie, because he gonna keep his mask on the whole time, and you coming around a bunch of strangers, and ain't nobody gonna be like, oh, this nigga weird. No, hell no. Unless the theory is that Reed Richards does know this Victor Von Doom, then you got Reed to vouch for him. But if this is a Doom from another universe and y'all just running around with him, he wouldn't be on no ship standing behind me. You drive the ship. You get in the front and drive the ship, the spaceship. You not finna be behind me. I don't know what you finna do. Nope, not happening. And the picture down to the left, Magneto looked like he done broke his damn arm. But looks like him, Gambit, and Professor X survived the X-Mansion attack, because it looks like this picture in the bottom left-hand corner looks like they're in the Baxter building. And Kevin Feige did say that they're going to be spending some time in the Baxter building. So, yeah, man, these are allegedly clips from the movie that someone put in the AI and then upscaled them. So, who broke Magneto arm? Who broke my dog arm, man? Who broke my dog arm? As Jaddock says, apparently the first cut for Doomsday is 3 hours and 15 minutes long. They got to cut it down. Culture May said, I thought Channing Tatum was looking out of place, but this photo screams Gambit. I love it. Yeah, he growing on me. He growing on me. Anonymous said Magneto got hurt on set and had to play it off. And he would. I think if Ian McKellen fell and broke his arm, he'd probably be like, I got to finish the job. I cannot quit. That's how Ian is. Ian ain't the type to go home. He gonna get it done. Nathan says, I'm sorry, but I don't like Channing Tatum as Gambit. I don't like it. But I've learned to accept it. That's how I am with these movies. It's a lot of stuff I don't like, but what can I do? He Gambit for right now. Hopefully they recast him. Can we get a real Gambit? Can we get him up out of there? And Kevin Feige said something interesting during that Chinese interview. He was like, we got so many X-Men. There's so many mutants that we have to offer. The mutants are more than just Wolverine. So when he said that, I was reading in between the lines. That kind of told me, and I'm only speculating that maybe they probably won't even introduce a Wolverine. I would not be surprised if they don't even recast Wolverine, because they're just so anti-recasting some of these characters that they love. And Hugh Jackman already said he gonna play Wolverine till he 90. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. That's all I got for today. That's all I got. So we getting up out of here before midnight. I gotta go work on the show tomorrow. I got to touch base with some of these fellas. Torian's already here. He said he going to be there. I got to touch base with the other fellas to make sure they there. But yeah, man, I think we're going to have a good stream tomorrow night. Going over all that Marvel news. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. We had a good time, even though I had to cuss out Andre and S. Jaddox because they in here acting crazy. Don't come to my chat acting crazy about black women. Y'all go do that over there on somebody else's chat. It's not happening here. Okay? Go over there and hang out with Nerdrotics them. Put that shit in their chat. And put it in mine. I haven't used my Get 'em Banned video in a while. I need to bring that one back. Get y'all up out of here. Oh, Marvin said, good job, Tina. Thanks for hanging out with getting tongue tied. Thanks for hanging out with me. Marvin, Natik, Nisha, Sheed, S. Jaddox, Dwayne, Nathan, Anonymous, Collector's Reign, Culture May, all of y'all. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with me, man. And if you couldn't stay the full 2 hours, but you're on the replay, I appreciate that. But I gotta go, man. I got some stuff I got to work on. I got to work on my Akasha video. Got to get the stream set up for tomorrow. And unless y'all got some other questions, we're finna get up out of here. Anonymous said, bye, Tina. S. Jaddox said, rest up, Tina. Big night tomorrow. S. Jaddox, come to the stream tomorrow with a new attitude. When you think about talking about Shuri, catch your tongue and be like, oh, let me not say that. Tina gonna cuss me out. Okay? You know what, S. Jaddox? I ain't never seen you throw shade at nobody except the Black Panther universe. Find somebody else to hate on. Nisha said, thank you, Tina, and good night, everyone, except the sexist ones. S. Jaddox said, man, Tina, I watched Nerdrotic before. He was a right-wing nut. Just talked about obscure sci-fi shows. Hey, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. That right-wing red pill stuff be selling. I see why people be doing it. Don't Nerdrotics got 2 million followers? Because he gets to sit up there and just, say some of the craziest stuff, and people like it. People pay for it. That's how we got Donald Trump as president, because he's saying all the things that everybody really wants to say. So I see how them people be making money over there. I can't do it. To each his own, child. But yeah, man, tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We probably gonna start by 8:20, maybe 8:25. Lord, pray that I be on time. Y'all know I be late. I think I'm gonna be on time tomorrow. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me, and see y'all tomorrow.
Man, I love being black. I love y'all.